Morning, students. Okay, today lessons we're gonna learn about the active and passive voice. So before that, we have to understand the difference between the subject and the agents. So the subject is always comes before the verbs, and the agent is who or what performing the object. Okay, let's take the examples of the sentence. Ella cleans the house. We know that the verb is cleaned, that the subject comes before the verbs. We know that this sentence, we can know who is the agent. The agent is who is performing the verbs or the object. So we know the Ella is performing the verb and object. So the subject of the sentence is Ella. The sentence is called active voice. And after that, we know the second examples. The house is cleaned by Ella. The second example is the house is cleaned by Ella. The subject is always no verse. The house is being subject. This is opposite from the active voice. The house is object, and then when it comes to being a passive voice, the house is being a subject. And clean is cleaned. This is the verb, of course. And Ella is the agent who will receive the verbs. And don't forget, we have to put the by before the object. So the house is cleaned by Ella. This is the passive voice. This is the difference. Well, here, the difference from the active and passive voice, we know that the subject performs the actions, and passive voice, subject receives the actions. We're going to turn the active voice be a passive voice. So here, the sentence, Ella cleans the house, subject, verb, and object. When we turn the active to the passive voice, we have to move the object, the house, move in front of the sentence. This is the house, is the object. But in the passive voice, the house is not the object anymore, but this is the subject. Alright, again, cleaned. We have to use the verb do is cleaned. This cleans, that is same verb. And last, this is Ella is the subject here. We need to move in the last sentence being an agent. Look there, subject receive the actions. So Ella is receive the action from verbs is cleaned. So here, don't forget to put the by Ella. So Ella is an agent. Well, second examples. The bird ate all the seed. This is the active voice. How about we turn the active voice into the passive voice? The bird is the subject, and we need to put this in the last sentence. Same like that, like the above. And this is the agent, like so. The next example is the bird ate all the seeds. The bird is the subject, ate the verbs, all the seeds is the object. We know that all the seeds we need to make a all the seats, we need to move here in front of before the verbs. All the seats. This is 8, but in passive voice we have to add was. Was eaten. Was eaten by the bird. All the seeds was eaten by the bird. Same like the above, the passive voice is subject. This is the subject. Subject, the bird. This is the bird's right. Receive the action. The action is eaten. So the bird is receive the actions from eaten. Next is the use of passive voice. We can use a passive voice when the performance of the action is unknown or unimportant. Like the example here is when the bridge was built in the 70s. We don't need to know who is built this bridge because who is unimportant. The bridge is subject. The subject is, remember, receive the actions. Yes, the bridge is subject and the subject receiving the actions. The second, we can use the passive voice when the performance of the action is obvious. Toby was promoted last week. Same like the above is Toby is the subject. And 3 is the result of the action is more important. Like you don't need to know the process of the sentence and you need to know the results of the actions. And last, we want to be more polite. Why? Because in passive voice, we usually made it in journal or papers. Because when we use a passive voice, more polite, the words we haven't been served, but in active voice, you haven't served us. This is impolite because we can more polite use the first sentence. My student, we end the lesson today. So the important from the active and passive voice, we just need to remember the agent and the subject. If you make active voice, just put the subject in the last sentence. Okay. So that's that I can explain.